So we're on Ultra Nightmare, 119 mil, 1 key. All right, guys, so today I have a really fun showcase. So this is a showcase from HG, and today you guys get to see his clan boss team. So he says it's on auto, so I'll be able to show you that. And right now it's Geomancer, 2 Krisks, Brogni, and Martyr. So we're on Ultra Nightmare, 119 mil, 1 key. Yeah, this team is stacked, you guys. This is a nice showcase from HG. So HG, thank you very much for letting us check this out. So before we get into the clan boss, let me show you guys the champs. Let me show you their stats. Here's Krisk number 1. And here's his stats. 63 thou health, defense is 3,500, his speed's 269, crit rate, crit damage, his resistance is at 300, and the accuracy is at 194. Okay. And so you see here, this Krisk is in a Guardian set, okay? So the wear absorbs 10% of all damage dealt to ally champs and heals by 10% of every turn. So what you're gonna see with this Krisk is we have a 4-piece Guardian set, plus we also have a speed set, is what we have here on this Krisk. And you're also gonna see that he has the speed tag on him too. I'm gonna go with, he's fully booked. Yep, he's fully booked. And here's the masteries on this Krisk, on Krisk number 1. All right, so that's Krisk number 1. Krisk number 2, let's look at his stats. So Krisky number 2 is 59,000 health, 1,400 attack, 3,000 defense. This one's speed is 234, 93% crit, 106% crit damage, 186 resistance, and 250 accuracy. So now this one you're gonna see is in a 4-piece shield set and a speed set. So same thing, I'm gonna go with that he's fully booked. And here's the masteries on this one. And you're gonna see this one has the defense tag. Okay, so it's good to point out, HG points out the reason why this Krisk is in a shield set is because this is the one he uses for clan boss, but he also uses him in dungeons as well too. So this is Krisk number 2. Next is Brogni. So here's Brogni. 61,000 health, 1,600 attack, 3,200 defense, speed is 268, crit capped, 93% crit damage, 187 resistance, 284 accuracy. And this one looks like he's in a lifesteal set and 2 mixed pieces. All right, so he's in a 4-piece lifesteal set and he's in 2 mixed pieces. I'm gonna go with he's most likely fully booked. He is. And here's the masteries for Brogni. So Martyr is up next. Let's take a look at her stats. 42,000 health, 1,500 attack, 4,000 defense. Her speed is 203. She's crit capped, 208 crit damage. Resistance is 177. Her accuracy is 228. And so we see with her, she's in a toxic set and she also has an immortal set on. So with this one, 4-piece toxic, 2 pieces of immortal. Most likely, again, fully booked. And then here's her masteries. Who was wearing Guardian? Fast Krisk, the first one. Fast boy was wearing Guardian. Guardian and speed. And a Geomancer, rounding out the team. So Geomancer's at 45,000 health, 2,599 attack, 3,600 defense. His speed is 205. Crit rate, 26%. Crit damage, 97%. Resistance, 168. And accuracy is at 289. He is in a Stalwart set. So Stalwart, it's 30% less damage taken from enemy AoE attacks. And he also is in Resilience, which is HP plus 10% and defense plus 10%. Most likely, again, fully booked, but I believe, and you guys can correct this, is that you pretty much need his A3 booked if you're gonna use him for these kind of comps. But again, he looks like he's fully booked, and here's his masteries. All right, so we're back over here on the clan boss page. We're going to run Ultra Nightmare. All right, so we're gonna be running the same team. And you're gonna see there's a team setup, so let me show you the AI setup because HG says this is full auto. So Geomancer, we have his Quicksand Grasp is set to 1, which depletes the target's turn meter, fills the turn meter, but also does the HP burn in the weekend. And then we have Creeping Petrify as number 2. Removes debuffs from the target, steals buffs if they're under HP burn, it reduces the cooldown of the Quicksand Grasp, okay? So for Geo, Quicksand Grasp is 1, the creeping petrify is number 2. Krisk. Now this is the defensive Krisk, okay? This is slow boy. This is slow boy Krisk. Invincible Shell is 1. That's the provoke, increased defense, increased speed. And Centuried Vigor is number 2. This is the ally protect and the continuous heal. Okay. 1, 2. Fast boy. So for fast Krisk, we have 1 on Invincible Shell, 2 for Centuried Vigor, and then enter the morass. All right. Brogni, Resilient Glow. That's going to be 1. So that's going to be the block debuffs, increased attack, shields. Cavern Grasp is number 2. That's the chance to remove a buff. Also to remove buffs from your allies, increases the value of shields. That's number 2. And then we have Deep Crystal Scourge. And then the last one is going to be Martyr. So Martyr, Bastion of Faith, we have as number 1. That's the increased defense and the counterattack. And then Suppression is number 2. All right, so that is the AI setup for this team for Geomancer, 2 Krisks, Brogni, and Martyr. So here we go. You guys saw the AI. This should be completely auto. So we have auto ready to go. We're in Ultra Nightmare. Let's go. Okay, and we're gonna let it run. So what we're gonna do, you guys wanted to do a prediction. Let's do a prediction. How much damage? We'll do less than 100 mil. We'll do 100 mil plus. Less than 100 mil or 100 mil plus? Go ahead. What do you guys think? There you go. All right, so typically HG, how long does this comp take to run? Typically, how long is it? It's 45 minutes. Okay, so this is typically a 45-minute comp. Hopefully you get your channel points this time. Yeah, so again, if you guys have any questions, HG is here to talk about it, but at least we get to watch it, which is cool. So we know that obviously they're gonna go past turn 50. So we're gonna see how many turns do these guys get. You guys are going all in. So what do you guys think? How much damage? Less than 100 mil for 1 key or 100 mil plus? What do you guys think? But yeah, if you guys have any questions about this comp, feel free to ask. No, Martyr's the only one in Toxic. Now, this is also Force Affinity. This is Force Affinity. So HG, how does this typically run on Void and other affinities? Is it affinity friendly or do you have to switch out? Hey, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Void is weaker because less reflection with Giant Slayer, okay? Yep, affinity is higher damage. So which affinity is the best one you found for this one? Magic is worse because Martyr dies too soon. That makes sense because yeah, affinity. So yeah, you said Magic's the worst. Spirit's the best, okay. So with this comp right now, Magic affinity is the worst because Martyr dies quickly. Spirit affinity tends to be the best one. And how do you normally do with Force? Is Force just kind of okay? Spirit affinity ends up being good because Geomancer can tank it. And normally with Force is okay, all right. So I know chat was asking, how are the affinities? Is Magic is the worst, followed by Force. Force is kind of in the middle, and Spirit is the best for him. And then Void isn't great either. Yeah, that's a good question, guys. About how many turns does this go? That is a good question. About how many turns do we normally get? I mean, we know it's going to be over 50. HG says we normally get about 80 turns in this. I can make this team, just need 2 Krisks, Martyr, and a lot of gear. Easy. Well, again, guys, like this stuff isn't exactly easy to make, but it is fun to see. It is fun to see. The idea is that we want to extend Brogni's buffs. Yep, that makes a lot of sense. And look at all these buffs on them. They have so many. They have so many buffs, and they're really not in danger. Like when you look at their bars, they don't look like they're in trouble at all. Something like this takes a long time to put together, but it is really satisfying when you get this kind of stuff working. All right, so HG says it gets really interesting after turn 50. And chat asks what the speed ratio is in this comp. It's a 2-to-1 speed ratio. All right, so in between, Brogni cleanses the attack up between AoE 1 and AoE 2. Again, cleanses it off of the boss, of course. See the attack up? That's what we're talking about. Oh, what did you guys vote, by the way? We did predictions. Let me check the predictions. Predictions. 90% of you say over 100 mil. 90%. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. So that is a good question. Chad asked if you can use Valkyrie. Valkyrie loses the increased defense. Okay, so maybe not. Martyr's better. Okay, that's why I'm asking. I actually don't have either of them. I have 1 Krisk, I have Brogni and Geo. I don't have a second Krisk and I don't have a Martyr and I don't have a Valk, so I wouldn't know. I haven't tried them. Okay, so we're on turn 43. Yeah, Brogni's pretty much always healing as well, too. That's the point, is that he heals constantly. Shields. So we're rounding on turn 50. So the thing with turn 50, of course, too, is when the boss starts ignoring unkillable, but there's no unkillable here. All right, so we're also thinking that after turn 50, so Brogni's damage starts to kind of go up a bit. So we're thinking after turn 50, he should hit harder. And at the end of this, we'll see how much damage everybody does. That'll be exciting, huh? See how much damage everyone does. All All right, guys, we're almost on turn 50. So remember, turn 50 just means he ignores unkillable, but nobody here, like we're not running an unkillable comp, so that ends up being okay. So that's why we're gonna see that this is gonna go past turn 50, where unkillables usually kind of end here. All right, so turn 50, we're at 63 mil. All right, so AoE. You guys saw that he just did the AoE, and Brogni's health dropped quite a bit, but you saw how much it popped all the way back up because of Brogni's passive. Yeah, that was a good point. Brogni didn't even have a shield at the time. His health dropped to maybe like the 3rd bar, and then it went all the way back up, and he wasn't even having a shield. It was all passive. It's a lifesteal gear, Giant Slayer. It just all shoots his health all the way back up. Yeah, he's barely taking damage. And if you guys watch, he does, where it drops down, but then heals all the way back up again. If you guys watch his health bar. And that's considering, again, this is force. So we know that he's weak here, but yeah. That's interesting to see, right? So there we go. So 1 Key Ultra Nightmare done. All right, so again, so you see this health drops, but then it starts to bump right back up. And then he heals full right there. And that's with him being weak in here too. And honestly, I can't wait to see the damage that everybody does. I can't wait. That's a good question. Does this work on all levels of Clan Boss? Or is it just Ultra Nightmare? That's a good question. How friendly is this on different levels? All right, so this comp works Brutal Nightmare, Ultra Nightmare, same speed, same setup. This is intense. Oh, Brogni was so close there. I don't know about you guys, but every time. That was really close. And look at this Krisk. So our Krisks, they're getting low. They're definitely getting low too. Ah! 98. Turn 73, 98. Okay. Health's back up, shields are up. All right, we're holding. I know chat's at the edge of their seats like I am. Well, if I was sitting, that is. Ah. Okay. 99! There it goes! There it is! Congratulations, 100 mil! Phew! Chat's like, oh my goodness! Yay! Congratulations, chat. Those of you that said 100 plus, congratulations. All right, and it's getting really iffy. It's getting iffy, guys. Just like watching where their health is getting between like Brogni and the two Krisks. It's really getting iffy. Like these two have been okay, but it's the other three. Oh boy. Look at that Krisk. Oh my goodness, guys. Look at that. Did you see that? He's got a smidge of health left. Not much longer, depending on how this is. Oh my gosh. He had like a sliver of health. That one Krisk. Oh, and there it was. Turn 86, 116 mil. There it was. There it was. Here we go. I know you guys can't see behind my camera, so here we are. 116.5 mil. Ultra Nightmare. So again, easy, easy one key. Geomancer did almost 41 mil. One Krisk is at 11, one's at 10, Brogni did 24.5, and Martyr did 28. Wow, guys, huh? Yeah, look at Geomancer go, huh? With that 40 mil. Wow, right? And this is on Force. So now HG said that his record has been 120 mil. Yeah, if we look at the heals, let's look at the heals. So Krisk, we had like 3, 2, 3, 4. Look at Brogni with 9. 9 mil. Brogni with the 9 mil heals. Whew. Oh yeah, so if you guys see that, 2 keys, 236 mil. 2 keys. And again, Ultra Nightmare. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, check out some more videos up here in the playlist on the top right.